Rare to see a presidential hopeful spouse openly disagree with the candidate's positions during a campaign, especially on some sensitive issues. But we're seeing precisely that in the John Edwards camp, where Elizabeth Edwards has now broken with her husband over the issue of gay marriage. Let's go to CNN's Mary Snow. She's watching this story for us. What's their difference of opinion, Mary?
Well, Wolf, you know, John Edwards has said it's one of the hardest issues for him. He supports civil unions, but his wife is taking it one step further. On gay marriage, Elizabeth Edwards parts ways with her husband. She favors legalizing it.
I don't know why somebody else's marriage has anything to do with me. I'm completely comfortable with gay marriage.
To hear John Edwards tell it on The Tonight Show, his wife's position was news to him.
Well, can I tell you how I found out? Yeah. I read it in the newspaper.
Really?
It's the first time. She never told me that.
The Democratic presidential hopeful has said he will only support civil unions.
Do you think homosexuals have the right to be married?
No, not personally. Now, you're asking about me personally. But I think there's a difference between my belief system and what the responsibilities of the President of the United States are.
One Democratic strategist says while sometimes the spouse takes a differing position from the candidate deliberately, this was probably not one of those times.
So I really do think that that was probably a surprise to him to learn about his wife's specific views. And I think that they're being straightforward on that.
Since none of the major presidential candidates has come out in favor of legalizing gay marriage, does it make a difference that Elizabeth Edwards supports it? The group Freedom to Marry, which does not endorse candidates, says yes, it can.
How you guys doing?
And notes that John Edwards has been saying he's wrestling with the issue.
A more political way of looking at it is that it's an attempt somewhat to have it both ways. To say, I'm not there yet, but nudge, nudge, wink, wink, I'm going to get there. I'm moving in the right direction.
Now, some Democratic strategists say among Democratic primary voters, Elizabeth Edwards' support of gay marriage could serve as an olive branch to people who care about the issue. But they say in a general election, it would be seized upon as a polarizing factor by opponents. Wolf?
Mary Snow watching the story. A little more than half of Americans go along with either John or Elizabeth Edwards. A recent CNN Opinion Research Corporation poll asked whether homosexual couples should be allowed to marry. 24% of Americans surveyed said they support gay marriage. 27% say they support civil unions. 43% say gay and lesbian couples should not be allowed the right to either marry or have a civil union.